What is the worst criticism you've ever received?
You'll never be as good as a boy.
Laughs in the back of the classroom when I do my poetry.
You're a joke. You think you're a professional athlete, you're not. I hope you get knocked out in your next fight.
Why do you always have to talk? Do you always have to have an opinion? You're so opinionated, Cassie.
You won't achieve your dreams. Calladita te ves más bonita. You look prettier when you're quiet.
My name is Isabel Trujillo. I'm 18 years old. I would say I've been criticized by some of my family members. Growing up, I've always been criticized for my weight. Also just my style kind of being tomboyish. I just remember my tias always telling my mom oh, that those toys are for boys. Why are you buying her that? Just constantly criticizing, and it really got to me at one point. I would refuse to eat. I would lock myself in my room. I became really depressed and sad.
My name is Samantha Rios, and I'm a poet, artist. I write a lot of poetry about my personal experiences as a poet. My poems are put on TikTok and on different social media platforms. There have definitely been times where I scroll through that comment section and there are just guys in there hating. Growing up, a lot of my insecurities were kind of told to me by guys. Growing up, I did live in a larger body when I was little, and there were boys that really thought they had place to tell me, "You're fat as hell. Your forehead is way too big." So I think comments about that has really stuck with me, especially as a girl.
I'm JC Beltrami, and I'm 17 years old. Some of my hobbies are dancing, writing, and I'm into fashion. I've been criticized mostly from my family. I always had at least a group of boys always hating on me. They made a fake profile with my name, and they put my face on fake bodies of porn stars. They would comment on my TikToks oh, ho, slut. They ended up commenting on my mom's TikTok and then sent her the pictures of my face on these porn stars. So back then I didn't really have a good relationship with my mom. I don't live with my mom. So she showed me the profile, and then she was like, who's doing this? And then she started crying because I thought she was crying because she felt bad for me. No, she was crying because I was kind of embarrassing her. She was basically scared for her reputation, not mine.
My name is Elimale McFarlane. I work for a nonprofit and I'm a fighter by night. What drew me to the sport of MMA is it was kind of by accident. I was really unhealthy in college and wanted to just make a change. And I ended up walking into this gym on my way to work, a jiu-jitsu MMA gym. I literally just wanted to lose weight, and it ended up blossoming into a career. Criticism of women, especially in my field, I definitely see it 100%. I don't think I've ever seen any post on social media about a female fighter that didn't have some kind of negative comment. I'm way out of your league, look at you, I'm way hotter. You only made it to where you are because of me. I would say the most hurtful was when people would criticize or question my character. That to me was extremely personal. I'll stand by my character any day. I feel like I am a very integral person. I don't care if people attack my fighting ability or my looks or anything like that. And that's why this last fight was wild, because I've never experienced that kind of pressure or breakdowns before. I was literally crying every single day at training, and it was so sad.
My name is Cassie Brooksbank, and I am a director. So I wanted to become a film director because it's the perfect job for a creative person, because if you're a director, you kind of have to have a taste of every different discipline. So it was all these little things I liked in one job. And when you're just it's like you're hit by a lightning bolt. I was like, I have to do this for the rest of my life. Definitely when I was first starting out and trying to get signed to a production company, I'd meet with these production companies. And I do action comedy, which is probably the most masculine genre you can think of. When I was first getting into the film industry though, like trying to get that kind of work, that's not what you really think of when you think of a woman, right? So I was meeting with all these different production companies and they would never put me up for like cars or action or the cool stuff I wanted to do. I think there was a period where I almost tried to like hide my femininity and like not lean into the fact that I was a girl, dress more masculine, or like try to hide the fact that I was a woman at all.
My name is Anabella Trujillo, and I'm an embodiment mentor, and I support women in their authenticity, in finding what their truth is, and in expressing that in the world. My message to young women who are dealing with criticism, if you can, get involved with groups or activities that you're really passionate about. I would say that it's so important to really stand for who you authentically are. It requires a lot of confidence, and confidence is a skill. And also looking for mentorship, because when we're trying to do things alone, we have a lot of doubt.
Dealing with criticism from my family, my mom was like my support system to really like help me through those times. I just remember ever since I was little, she always like really supported me and like really has helped me and is just an amazing mom, and I'm so grateful to have her. I wouldn't be the woman who I am today without her support.
My advice to other girls who are dealing with criticism is God. Even just talking to yourself in your room, like just letting it out, venting it out, telling yourself, I'll be okay. This won't matter in like 20 years. So I think time is also your best friend.
I was first introduced to poetry by my teacher. It made me realize that my voice mattered. At the time that I was in, my voice really felt like it didn't. And standing in front of people and saying what I really needed to say really helped me to realize my voice did matter.
My message for girls dealing with criticism is that wherever it's coming from, it's not from a good place. It's a projection and it's an insecurity of the other person. Nobody that's doing better than you is going to be criticizing you. Just think of it like that.
Your confidence is everything. Telling yourself every day, like, I am enough. You can tell yourself it's okay. Hey, like, had a bad day today, we'll work on this tomorrow. I think it's just like getting in the habit of talking to yourself in a way that's like building yourself up and surrounding yourself with friends and mentors that build yourself up.